Whether we like it or not, while our marriage was going through turmoil and a lot of people were searching her and she was gaining more visibility, the truth is, over the years, we have seen her evolve, we have seen her mature, we have seen her grow, even in her response to public opinions and the issues concerning our marriage. Prioritizing your personal brand integrity. Trust me, you don't want to trash this, you don't want to be nonchalant about your brand, because the truth is, you are your brand is you. There is no one that would have stunted growth except they decide themselves to have stunted growth, right? No matter what happens in life, the outcome of it will eventually depend on how well you use it. Yes, even though I'm going through these life issues, I can't take your BS. Right? Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, I finally want to say this story, the secret behind the veil, right? So for the longest time, I've been listening and watching and reading news about this, and I'm like, why is it that people are only just seeing the facade? Why is it that people are just looking at the what's it called now, the surface, getting to listen and see the secrets that this woman is trying to share, right? Today I'll be sharing this secret that no one seems to be talking about, this secret that no one wants to talk about. Annie Idibia, oh sorry, Annie Macaulay's secrets. For years, Annie Idibia has graced our screen and headlines as a top-notch Nollywood actress, a mother, a loving mother, and the beloved wife of our legendary Tuface Idibia. But the truth is, if we only see her through that lens that has been projected by the media, we end up getting to lose the legendary lessons that this woman has to spill. We end up losing the lessons that she carried, up missing the great story of a woman who has consistently shown resilience, strategic thinking, and sheer grit in building our own formidable presence. It's a testament that you can shine brightly on your own even when you're standing closely beside a supernova. First lesson is the power of early foundation and consistency. Oh my god, there is nothing that is as beautiful as starting whatever it is you want to start early, and consistency has never paid less. Consistency is underrated and it pays a great deal. People don't say this enough, but Annie Idibia started her acting career even before her marriage gained widespread attention, right? So before everybody started this Annie Tuface thing, she was in the background building herself and growing her skills. She was consistently working on her brand. She was consistently honing her skills, because I can't because I don't think there is anyone from the 90s that would say they don't know Annie Macaulay, the great Nollywood actress. Yes, she was a name, she was a brand back in the days, and even now, right, she is still a name. So the thing is, as a lady, as a man, as someone that wants to put their footprint or lay their footprint in the sand of time, don't just keep waiting for a big break. Don't just keep waiting for one rich man to come and marry you. Don't just keep waiting for one miracle to happen for you to be known. You have to have been paying your dues over time, building yourself, owning your skills, having an identity. Because aside the fact that Annie was or is Two-Face's wife, or should I say ex-wife, she had an identity of her own. Everybody knew her as Nollywood one-time actress, right? So she had a brand, she has an identity that we know her for, right? So it is good, it's of pertinence, it is very important that you have an identity for yourself. What will people know you for? What have you been consistently building in the background over time? What is your identity? It is something I feel like we should learn from, building an identity of your own. Second lesson from this woman is strategic independence. Like the first one that I said earlier, having a lane of our own, having our own identity. So as a lady, as a woman, aside being a mother, aside being a wife, what should people know you for? What is your brand? What is your identity? Are you a teacher, right? Are you a banker? Are you a doctor, right? Are you a seamstress? Are you an influencer? What should people know you for? I feel like this add a huge integrity to people. It add a huge badge to you, a honor. It's a form of honor when you have your own strategic independence. So when you are not entirely dependent on someone. Because despite being called Mrs. Idibia, she was actively pursuing her own career. She was actively pursuing and building her own brand. What will people know you for aside being a wife and a mother? So the third lesson from this woman is resilience is a great catalyst. Hold up, listen. The truth is, this one is a very obvious one. Our marriage has faced a lot of challenges, numerous setbacks, trials. Part of it is that it's all happened in the public eye, right? Yet, even through all this, while going through all of this backlash, the social media scrutiny and all that, she was and is still resilient. I don't think it is everybody that would go through this, especially from the angle of a woman, and still be sane, right? Because believe it or not, women are emotional beings, right? So going through all of this would have definitely taken a toll on her, and it has been always a resilience for me. Resilience. This is not something you need just for marriage. It is something you also need for yourself, for life, and as a career person to build your brand. You need resilience. By going through all of this, she has continued to secure brand deals, acting roles. So the lesson from this is that don't let your personal issues, your personal trials, or the public opinion derail you from your goals, derail you from your attainment, derail you from the zenith you plan to attain. Rather, use all of this as a ladder to get to your zenith, right? Don't let them become roadblocks or stumbling blocks that will hinder you from attaining to where you want to get to. Pick all of the stones and use it to build your apartment, use it to build your house. Because eventually those that mocked, those that said trash, those that backlashed you will come back to want to celebrate you. The fourth lesson is defining our own narratives. You guys, is everyone has their flaws. We are not perfect in any way. There are places that we are falling short as well. So when it came to Annie's case, instead of her to allowing the public gossip or the public opinion affect her or ruin her life, right, Annie chose to use platforms like Young, Famous, and African to define herself and tell her own story. She chose to use these platforms, the brand deals and global platforms like this, to tell our own story using our own perspective. Ensure that they don't tell your story the way it is not meant to be. Your story is your story. Because eventually people will talk. While others try to define you, ensure that you consistently supersede or override all of those narratives. Tell your story the way you want it to be told. Nobody will tell your story for you. She's trying to backlash her. She tried as much as she could to tell her own story because it is her life. Nobody is in her life, right? She can tell her story better than anyone else. The world will want to say trash about you, but ensure that you use every chance you can get to say the right story from your own perspective. Take control of your story, take control of your life, and say it, project it to the world the way you want them to see you in your own terms. Don't bend to people's opinion of you, people's perspective of you. Rather, shape the narrative and feed it to the world. The art of strategic collaboration and brand building. She was so great on this, right? Because even when she was going through all of this, she still didn't waver. She kept building her brand, collaborating with big people in the industry, big names in the industry, big brand. We are still reaching out to her. She kept bagging numerous brand deals, ambassadorial deals that align with her lifestyle and the person she is, and she kept moving, right? The thing is, when you get to understand the value of the brand that you represent, the value of your personal brand, ensure that you reach out and you seek collaborations. Let the world get to see what you represent and what you have to offer, and put a price tag to it, right? Just ensure that you don't just seek out things just for the sake of seeking it out. Ensure that you seek things that are in line with your own value, because eventually that will be your mission, your vision, and what people will know you for, right? Seek and align with brand deals. Seek and align, collaborate with people, even in our network of life, even in our walks of life. Ensure that you always reach out, that you always build the circle of friends with people that have the same value as you, people that align with you, people that have the same ideation, the same mindsets with you like-minded people. You can't be derailing, you can't be preaching A while you are moving with people that are preaching B or preaching Z. Okay, so moving on, the sixth lesson that I learned from this great woman is her hard work and professionalism, even beyond the camera. Trust me, in as much as she was going through all of these turmoils, it was always the way she carried herself with this elegance. Yes, even though I'm going through these life issues, I can't take your BS, right? It was always a professionalism for me. And the truth is, no matter what you know, no matter who you are, people will always want to stick with professionalism. People will always want to stick with the right ethics. People will always want to stick with people that know what they are doing and they are representing their brand properly. That is what and who people will stick with. Because eventually all of these are marketing. If you're not marketing yourself properly, if you're not being professional with your deals, if you're not being professional with yourself, nobody will take you seriously, right? Because you're marketing yourself. You don't just market products and services, you market yourself as well. Especially if you're a brand. Even if you're not a brand, you market yourself. So the way you project yourself is the way you'll be perceived, right? So ensure that in everything you do, your professionalism is intact. Also that hard work part, because nobody will pay for less. These days excellence is at its peak and you can't fall short. So ensure that you work hard to build not just yourself, your brand, whatever it is you're doing. As a lady, as a man, whoever you are, you need to ensure that you work hard and you build your professionalism, your ethics, your brand. And we can say that, and of a truth, she has done her work over time. She has paid her dues. Success isn't just about your talent or visibility. It is also about the consistent hard work that you have put in place, meeting deadlines and being reliable. If people can't rely on you, they won't trust you. Your integrity will be questionable when people can't rely on you. So it's a great thing to be reliable, have great character reputation, and have great integrity. Okay, so it's not all about having the talent. How reliable are you? Can people trust you without service? Can people trust you with things and ensure that you deliver? Okay, so moving on to the next lesson, smartly leveraging visibility for growth. You guys, these days when it comes to growth and visibility is practically money. Now imagine that you have a large number of visibility, followership, and all of those things. That equates large number of growth and large number of finance. Because whether we like it or not, while our marriage was going through turmoil and a lot of people were searching her and she was gaining more visibility, she skillfully used them as a means to channel more roles to her, to gain more endorsement, to gain more brand deals. So the thing is, no matter what happens in life, the outcome of it will eventually depend on how well you use it. That you're going through a hard time now, going through a successful time, will depend on how you use it. How are you reacting to it, right? So are you giving people back the negative energy they are giving to you, or you are using all of their negative energy, using all that they are bringing to your own benefit to build yourself, right? The truth is, visibility is a tool that you can learn how to leverage on to build yourself, build your brand, and gain more access to greater and wider reach. Okay, now to the eighth lesson, the raising evolution even in public eyes, right? The truth is, over the years we have seen her evolve, we have seen her mature, we have seen her grow, even in our response to public opinions and the issues concerning our marriage. Because sincerely, nobody knows it all and we are all going to grow. She used us to grow. She was open to learning, she was open to growing, she was open to learning from the mistakes she has made. No matter what stage you are, no matter the mistakes you've made in life, there's always room to evolve, there's always room to make better decisions, there's always room to grow, right? There is no one that would have stunted growth except they decide themselves to have stunted growth, right? So be open to learning, be open to evolving, be open to adapting, be open to growing no matter what comes your way, no matter what you've done in the past. Be open to growing, evolving, and building the better you. Okay, personal growth, if you're being honest, isn't a private journey. Your growing isn't something you can say you can lock up and people won't see. The people around you will definitely see if you're growing, right? So always embrace the evolution, be open to inspire others. Even with your growth journey, be open to inspire others with your story, which is a good thing. You are embracing the evolution, you are embracing the growth, you are growing, and thereby telling people your story. They are learning from you and they are also growing. Okay, so the ninth lesson: prioritizing your personal brand integrity. Trust me, you don't want to trash this. You don't want to be nonchalant about your brand, because the truth is, you are your brand is you. If you don't prioritize it, then nobody will take you seriously, right? Because they'll believe that you are, since your brand is trash, that means you're trash. That is why we talked about professionalism and consistently putting in hard work to building yourself. Putting the hard work to build yourself, maintaining professionalism consistently over the years. Once you prioritize something you have put in so much effort and work in, integrity is a currency. So your integrity is your highest brand asset. You don't want to mess it up. You don't want to mess it up, because in as much as it took you years to build that great brand, that great name for yourself, it doesn't take long. It won't take less than a day for that integrity to come crumbling if you don't protect it jealously. Yes, your integrity is an asset. Ensure that you protect it jealously. In a world as this, in a noisy world as this, full of unnecessary noise, ensuring that you stay true to your values, trust me, won't just earn you longevity, but will also earn you great values and great assets that you didn't even think you would have. So try as much as you can to protect it. Try as much as you can to make sure that it counts. So moving on to the last lesson that I've learned from this woman: the lasting power of being undeniable. Regardless of public opinion about her personal life, her marriage and all that, her consistency as an actress, an entrepreneur, as a business person, actually made her an undeniable force in Nigeria, right? So we can't actually negate that fact. So come what may, ensure that no matter what life throws at you, no matter whatever it is that you're facing, ensure that you become an undeniable force in your area of expertise, right? Your work, your consistency, your character, your hard work speak for you. Let it speak for you. Even when the world is saying something else, your traits should speak volume for you, right? In conclusion, Idibia'S journey, our story, is a powerful reminder that no matter what you're going through in life, it shouldn't be the reason why you are stuck in life. It shouldn't be the reason why you neglect yourself. It shouldn't be the reason why you neglect your brand, neglect what you stand for, or neglect your values. It should be a testament that you can also achieve whatever it is you place your mind to achieve, no matter what life throws at you. Okay, when you put this in check, it's going to put you above others or at par with top dogs, right? Be intentional whatever it is you're doing. Believe in yourself. Put in the work always, and put in the work consistently. Eventually, your life, your worth, your brand, they are all yours to build. The world won't build it for you. You are the one that is going to build it and show it to the world for them to see. So you always have the power to create a lasting impact that the world will remember you for, no matter the label that they try to attach to you, no matter the perspective that people have of you. You have the power to create what you want the world to know you for. So this will be wrapping it up for today's video. So please, if any of those lessons resonated with you, do well to drop it in the comment section. Okay, I'm going to see you on my next one. Remember, this is Luchi's Journal, and my name is Luchi. We do everything self-growth, self-development, and life issues in between. Stay tuned for my next video, and until then, please do take care of yourself. Toodles.